I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Hey, what's up guys? Average Sniper here today playing a little bit of Ring of Elysium, and I have put together a list of things that I think this game did better than PUBG. So for anyone that doesn't know, this game is currently free to play, and I will put a link in the video description about how you can get it. This game is made by Tencent, the same company that made PUBG Mobile. So they do own rights to PUBG in China, I believe, and rights to PUBG Mobile. This is a game that is very similar to PUBG, but there's a lot of things in it that I think they did better. So I'm going to go over this list of things that I've made myself from just playing the game and let you know what I like about this game more than PUBG. The first thing on my list is there is less desync. Even though you have to play in Asian servers, because this game is technically only supposed to be available in Asia, you still get a lot less lag than PUBG playing in North American or European servers, which says a lot since I do play from North America. The desync has always been a problem in PUBG from day one, and while it has gotten better, it's still annoying to see that you shoot somebody and your last two bullets in the death cam didn't even register. Almost makes a game unplayable sometimes, in my opinion. This game does not seem to have that problem, but of course it is in early stages and doesn't have as big a player base as PUBG, so we'll see what happens as it continues. The second thing I like about this game, and these are in no particular order, is that you can have multiple attachments on one weapon and switch between them. So for example, you can have a red dot and a 4x scope and toggle a hotkey to switch back and forth between them on the same gun. This is very good and makes it so you don't have to constantly drag your scopes from one gun to another, depending on whether the engagement is close range or long range. The third thing is that your attachments auto-equip when you pick them up. Let's say you have a whole bunch of attachments you've picked up, but you don't have an assault rifle. As soon as you pick that assault rifle up, all the attachments you have on your inventory that can go on that gun will go on that gun without you having to drag them over. I really, really like that. And vice versa. If you already have an assault rifle with no attachments, as you pick the attachments up off the ground, they will automatically equip to your weapon. This is something that I believe PUBG should have done a long time ago, especially on the Xbox version, where it takes twice as long to attach attachments to your gun than it does on PC, since most people are using controllers on Xbox. Another thing I enjoy about this game is that you can open doors while you are reloading. That is a big thing for me. Because how many times do you have to sit there and waste time reloading your gun when you could be pushing a door open? I don't know how realistic that is, but it's definitely something I like better about this game. Movement while healing. While you're healing yourself, you can continue to walk. You just do so at a much slower pace. So instead of being stuck standing still or barely moving, back and forth, you can actually move further behind cover while you apply bandages, first aid kits, or med kits. The leaning system. I like the leaning system in this game. It only lets you lean when you get close to the corners. I guess this is just one of those personal things I like. I guess it could go either way. I do like in PUBG that you can lean around any corner that you want, but it does get kind of annoying because it seems like everybody leans when they shoot, regardless of whether they're leaning around a corner or not. Just adds an extra mechanic to the game that I don't really like, but that is really not necessarily something they did better, just something they did different and something I like more in my opinion. The hit markers, and this one's definitely up for debate. I enjoy seeing hit markers. I guess I'm an old school gamer that's used to games, where you see the little 4-line hit markers. I understand that PUBG does have hit markers in Blood. Sometimes it's hard to see. I just like to know 100% how many shots I've hit on my enemy before I continue to attack, so I can have a good idea of how much health they have. So when I see that I've got 4 or 5 hit markers on a guy in this game, I can be pretty sure that the next bullet will kill him, move in aggressively, and take it from there. So I do enjoy seeing the little 4 lines as the hit markers instead of the blood system. The hit registration. This is definitely a problem I think that I've always had in PUBG is sometimes your shots just don't hit. You'll have them lined up pretty perfectly, and you will miss, and then you will die. That's mostly the desync, but I just feel like the hit registration in this game is a lot better. As you can see from the guy that I just shot, you obviously, if you miss, you miss, but your shots that are dead on are definitely going to hit. It's not just going to give you shots that you miss, like when you go full auto on somebody. A lot of those shots are going to miss, but the whole point of full auto is just to put a whole bunch of bullets down there very quickly. I can't tell you how many times in PUBG, me and my friends, have full autoed somebody right in front of us, and the bullets seem like they want to go everywhere else except onto the target. Even when you watch it in slow motion and your gun actually is on target, sometimes the bullets still miss. I don't know if this is lag, desync, or what, but I feel like this game has just done the hit registration much better. There are no boosts in this game, which is something that I like. You can bandage all the way back to full health, med kit or first aid kit yourself all the way back to full health. There is dynamic weather, and that is happening right now. You can see the thunderstorm kicking into action. It was sunny out, and now there is actually lightning, thunder, and rain. I think that is really awesome. It changes, every match. Look at the prone mechanics. As you spin when you're prone, your character will move from their stomach to their back so that you can aim behind you. I think that is an amazing mechanic to have when you're prone, because it gives you a lot more leniency in turning around and taking enemies out that might surprise you. You can be much more versatile when you are in the prone position as opposed to being in the prone position in PUBG and most other games. So I think that is a very cool thing. The third person aiming. The third person aiming in this game is very accurate. Sometimes I feel when I'm playing PUBG that when I third person aim, like 80% of my bullets are going to miss, even if I have the dot on the center of the screen right on them. I feel like it shouldn't always be necessary to aim down sights, especially when the enemy is very close to you. I feel like aiming down sights is something that should only be necessary for medium to long range to get those perfectly accurate shots. But when I'm using a submachine gun or a full auto assault rifle and the enemy is somewhere 20 meters or closer, I feel that I should be able to shoot from the ready up, or aka third person position, and be fairly accurate. Like right here, look at all those shots I got on the guy in third person. Obviously, the more you continue to full auto fire, the less accurate you will get, but those first few shots seem to hit very well, which just makes close quarters combat much more realistic, in my opinion. And too many times in PUBG I see people that are 2 feet apart from each other first person aim, and I think it's just because people have gotten tired of the third person aiming system and they don't find it reliable. And I do the same thing when I play PUBG too. I hardly ever third person aim anymore. I try to first person aim everything to get that accuracy. Now, the gameplay over graphics. This game currently, I believe, runs at a max of 1080. It may have changed since the last time I played or checked, but that doesn't bother me. I feel like in Battle Royale games, the graphics shouldn't be the main focus. See, in Battle Royale games, when you die, it's over. You have to find another server. There's no respawning and coming back. But I really think the focus should be more on the gameplay and less on the graphics. I mean, sure, strive to get good graphics in the game, but don't put them above quality of gameplay. I want to be able to shoot my enemies. I want good hit registration. I want to be able to see them clearly. I'm less concerned about the texture on the side of a tree or on the ground than I am about having a good game, making it to the end. And I don't want to die after 25 minutes because the graphics took too long to render in the final circle and it's causing lag to happen. I don't really care too much about the graphics as long as they look half decent. It's all about the gameplay for me. That is my list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure there's a ton of other things that can be said about things that are different in this game as opposed to PUBG, so I really look forward to reading the comments and seeing what you guys have to add. Anything that I missed, didn't think of, or just didn't consider, go ahead and let me know. I'm really curious to see. I've really been enjoying playing Ring of Elysium, and I hope you guys do too. Of course, I still play PUBG, but there's obviously other games out there, and I'm really loving the Battle Royale franchise, so I am going to be exploring some other games as well to try and keep you guys updated on everything that's available out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video or stream. Later!